YouTube, this is the Dbtgamer Show, episode 139. Earlier on last year, I reviewed Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Ring of Fate. And it's a really good DS game, and I really enjoyed playing it. Now, I'm going to review the sequel. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Echoes of Time, on the DS and on the Nintendo Wii. So, let's get started. Right, that's my DS setup, so let's start this review. Now, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Echoes of Time is a very good game. I've actually played both the Wii version and the DS version, and the Wii version is very inferior to the DS version. I will try and explain why as the review goes along. Anyway, let's start off with the story. The story for the game goes, when you start the game, you build your own character like in every other Crystal Chronicles game, and once you've built your own character, you're in a village, and your little sister gets a rare ancient disease called crystal sickness. After you find out she's got crystal sickness, you make your way through the forest to try and find a cure for this rare ancient disease, but you can't find a cure. So you pop into town into the library, where you meet up with a guy called Larcratius. Larcratius offers to give you the cure for the disease, but he wants something in return. So you get your cure for your sister, you give it to your sister's fine, but then when you go back the next day to help Larcratius, do the stuff that he wanted doing in return, the things that you do end up in a catastrophe and make him ruler of the Final Fantasy universe. So he kind of screwed us over there. So Larcratius, he's an asshole. That's the basic storyline for the game, and the story does take some quite interesting twists and turns. It's a very good storyline. I really liked it. Anyway, let's talk about the graphics for this game. The graphics for this game, I think they're very, very good. And a lot of bright colours, just like the previous Chronicles game. Multiplayer for this game, it's very good. You can play the story mode with 1 to 4 players via Wi-Fi, which is great. On both the Wii and the DS version. But I have one question about the DS version, Square Enix. Why, if you want to play 2-player on the Wii version, do you have to use Wi-Fi? What's wrong with just plugging in a second controller? Seriously, whose idea was this? Let's have Wi-Fi, but you can't plug in a second controller. Stupid. So my only complaint with the Wii's multiplayer aspect is you can't plug a second controller and play 2 players straight away. But other than that, the multiplayer is okay for both versions. Controls for the game. The controls for the game are very good. Let me just get to a dungeon. I'll talk briefly about the controls for the DS and the Wii version. Now the DS controls are perfect. They're like they're just perfect. B jumps, A attacks, X is your spells, Y picks up stuff, L calls your party members over, Start brings you your start screen, Select brings up your map or your bottom screen. So the DS controls are perfect, there's nothing wrong with them at all. Now as for the Wii version, well, the controls on the Wii version, compared to the DS version, they are okay at best. They're not so bad that the game's unplayable. It's just that they're bad enough. If you want to play this game and if you want your controls to be the best possible, I'd go for the DS version, because the Wii version's controls aren't as good as the DS versions. Anyway, let's talk about music now. The music for the game is also very good. There's quite a few nice tunes. Another thing I really liked in this game was definitely the voice acting. The voice actors, I think they worked quite well with the story and stuff. Gameplay for the game. Well, gameplay for the game is an adventure RPG. The game itself is about 15 to 20 hours long. So it's a pretty long game, and it's a very good game. good stuff about this game. I really liked the story. The gameplay was fantastic, going through dungeons and killing bosses and doing quests and that sort of thing. Cutscenes, really well done, especially the voice acting. Another thing I really liked about this game was when you're against enemies, you could cast spells. And even more lethal were the awesome spell combos which you could do. Throughout the game, there are quite a lot of dungeons, and a lot of them can be quite challenging. There's lots and lots of bosses in the game. One of the most difficult bosses is Larcratius himself, because most of the time when you meet up with him and you deplete his health bar to zero, he just comes back to life in the cutscene, so he's really annoying. Other bosses that I found difficult was this frog guy. You had to keep attacking his belly until he turned over, he could get to his weak spot. So all the bosses have a strategy that you have to figure out in order to prevail. So the bosses were really good and challenging. Another thing I really liked about this game was one of the bits that you can do after the story mode's over, or whilst you're playing the story mode. If you go into the main town and turn right, then go down these stairs. If you talk to this Moogle over here, you can offer to do some quests for her, and throughout the game you will find quests written on signposts in some of the dungeons sometimes. And if you do these quests, you can get more money, special items to make new weapons, and sometimes, if you're very, very lucky, a new party member to help in your quest. So, I really like the side quests in this game, because some of them were really interesting. They really helped me get all the items I wanted. Throughout the game, you can get several extra party members in your team. The only one I've got so far is this Red Mage dude. The Red Mage dude is probably one of the best ones you can get, though. Basically, at some point in the game, you see a Red Mage in the main town, and you talk to him. He offers to help you out, but only if you give him 5,000 gil. So you go get 5,000 gil and he helps you out. The party members' AI, it's okay. You know, when it comes to attacking enemies, casting spells, and casting spells on himself, you know, they're fine. But when it comes to, if you ask your AI party member to heal you, he won't always do it properly. So, the AI for the party members, it's okay, but it's not perfect. Anyway, YouTube, I've run out of time, so I'll see you in part 2. Bye!